And
you could say who you are, actually. Like, hey, I am this and that, and yeah.
Okay. Can I?
No. Let's just sit in silence for 30 minutes. It's gonna be awesome. I will subscribe to such a podcast, actually, like, for real.
Okay. The Introverts Podcast. Okay, so hello, people. I'm Irene. I work for TemplateMonster. I'm a YouTube marketer, and I have a partner. Yeah, good for me. And I have a partner in crime whose name's Alexandra.
Yeah, just Alex. And I have no idea how to call myself, but probably a video content manager, video producer for TemplateMonster. And this is kind of a new thing that we're going to be doing right now. It's called a TemplateMonster Podcast, maybe. Maybe it's gonna be one in the future, but for now, just a test recording, right? The very first episode of our podcast. So welcome. You're lucky to be one of the first listeners ever.
Yay!
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
The topic of today's podcast is holiday season presents, like gift ideas for designers, programmers, and other nerds and creatives. And if you're one of them, then tune in for some fresh and not so fresh ideas, I think.
Yeah, right. Just if you have no idea what to buy for your friend or, for your coworker,
for a loved one, yeah.
Who has loved
a
ones?
person?
Who needs them? Yeah, sorry. So today we're going to be talking about what you could buy for somebody who is a designer, works in IT in general, right? Doing some
maybe
stuff
for
at the
yourself.
Yeah.
You
could be a freelancer doing stuff at the computer, at your PC, and spending all day sitting in a chair, right?
Yeah.
Good description.
Right.
A good description. Right?
Absolutely. Perfect.
So, yeah. So what we did is we went over a couple of, all that stuff. Pinterest, eBay, Amazon, and picked some ideas that you could use. And I'm actually having why was that music? Before we started the episode, I had to go and ask my coworkers to turn the music off because they were playing Christmas songs in the corridor, because we are getting our Christmas tree installed right now in the corridor right next to my room. And yeah, we both of us, we work for the same company, as you probably understood, but we work in different offices in different cities. So she can't know that, and I'm now, letting Irene know that we're now having a Christmas tree installed. So the next time I'm going out of my room, I'm going to see this Christmas tree. So I'm kind of excited.
Oh, lucky you. We don't have a Christmas tree yet in our office.
But you're going to be having it, right?
Yeah, I think so. Soon enough.
Cool. It's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so are you buying any presents for your coworkers this year, actually?
Not for coworkers, but I happen to have lots of friends who work in IT, like they're designers and programmers and fellow copywriters, as I myself used to be a copywriter, but now I changed the field of my activity a little bit.
Climbing up the career ladder, now you do YouTube stuff.
Yeah, I think so.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I think so.
Sorry, it's not really better.
Come on. I thought for me that was a promotion. Come on. Don't ruin my dreams.
Yeah.
My, expectations.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so I think I've been looking for some stuff. And I have a couple of friends who just adore stationery and stationery sets, stationery pieces, cute stuff, they're girls mostly, so...
And they don't have enough junk on their tables, right, in their desks, because I have... My desk always looks like a mess, and I finally adopted this habit, pretty recently in December. I decided, actually, next time we could talk about, New Year's resolutions and stuff like that, because I recently got really into this thing, but not yearly resolutions, but monthly goals that you set for yourself, to adopt a new habit, for example. When there's one thing in your life that really annoys you and you really want to get rid of it, and at the like, yeah, really, at the beginning of the month, you decided, hey, this month I'm gonna be doing this. Not gonna be doing this. Like, doesn't matter. It's gonna be one thing, and you're gonna work on this thing for the entire month. And the goal is to try this out and try and make it stick. So
okay,
this is what I did in November, actually. In December, I did something else.
So what's your resolution in terms of gifts or like things that pile up on your table? Like,
I'm gonna be getting drifted away all the time. Sorry, I know the topic. Because if I keep talking, it's gonna last like for a couple hours. I know. Sorry. We're talking about the mass on tables and desks and stuff like that. Actually, we could buy someone a bigger desk to put all that stationery on. How is that for an idea? No.
But what if the desk is not enough? You can pile it all up and that's all. Like, maybe you have to balance. You have to stick to a desk set maybe, or a pouch to keep it all in place, like in order or something.
Oh, all right. So what would you recommend to buy for a coworker? Because last year I bought socks for everyone, and it was, I don't know if it was exciting for them, but this is what it was.
Yeah, that's so cute. That's cute, really. Like,
maybe. Hope so. I hope they liked it, because they didn't really seem excited. Just saying. Anyway,
I actually used to buy like a couple of years ago. I bought the same thing, like socks or something, like Christmas themed socks for a friend, a marketer, and she was in love with them. She was wearing them constantly till the winter ended, and she was in awe. She was just like, "Oh, that's so cute, so cute." But for a coworker, you could buy a calendar. I actually saw one. There's a company in Ukraine that makes calendars and other merchandise for IT people, and they make fun prints on the T-shirts and on the hoodies, and so that's pretty nice stuff. I think that's pretty. It's not promotion in any way, but I think that like these trifles could help maybe brighten up your colleague's day once in a while. They would just look at it and remember about you, like, oh, that was so fun, so sweet.
Oh,
what do you think about calendars? Maybe
I got one from my boss, one of my bosses, because I have a ton of them. Some people who are superior to me in terms of my job position and stuff like that, doesn't matter. And I got such a calendar, and it had you had to rip off a sheet every day, like, how do you call it? And it was weird, and I haven't really used it. I just put it on the shelf and forgot about it, to be honest. But it's just me, because I constantly forget about stuff, and I thought it was cute because it was I think that's not really important what you buy for somebody. It's important how you actually give them this present, right? And that calendar, it was in a box, and on the box, inside of the box, it was actually a really nice message, really personal, and really nice words. And I was like, oh, so sweet. And this is what actually gave me a lot of positive emotions, and this is actually was really pleasant to get that message, not the useless piece of paper, the calendar, right? But some people might like the calendar. I'm not saying it's a bad present. I'm not saying that people who make those calendars and they're making useless stuff. I'm not saying that. You already got it. I have really specific attitude to presents and calendars.
Yeah, but you're practical, maybe you're practical. You like
over practical, right?
Yeah, you like the stuff you can use, and if you think it's useless, then you just don't use it. That's normal to me.
Like a couple of years ago, I've noticed that there's a recurring habit of some people to give you notebooks as presents, right?
Yeah, right.
I have a huge box at home with all those notebooks that I got over the years. And it's crazy because they give you notebooks everywhere. Maybe on some conference that you visit, right? Maybe.
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
and
at some
pens,
event.
like pens everywhere.
Yeah, pens
That's
and
crazy.
notebooks. Like at any conference, at any event, at any like big something, whatever, you always get these notebooks. And when people give you notebooks, even on like holidays like New Year, Christmas, something like that, you just think, come on. So not
Yeah, but
notebooks.
maybe you should donate them, like to a library or to a school. Like, make
Dude.
them a present.
No, I'm gonna use them myself. When I'm
Okay,
old, when I
okay.
retire, I'm gonna be writing my memoir on those notebooks about my life.
Okay.
It's gonna be exciting as hell. Anyway,
Okay.
right. Okay, we thought about
but
some practical
if-
stuff. Practical.
Yeah, some practical stuff. Exactly. That's
if
what
you
I
work
was
in a laptop-
going to ask you.
Do you work in a laptop or in a PC?
Yeah.
Laptop.
It depends, but mostly laptop. Yeah.
Laptop. So where do you keep your laptop? On your
Well, that's a problem actually because I don't have a laptop case and my
How do you
cat
carry it?
destroys the cords.
Oh shit! How do you carry it?
I don't carry it because I work on it like at home most of the time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but at work I also have a laptop and I just leave it at work and go home to another one.
So it's not that portable. You can go to a cafe, for example, because you cannot really carry your laptop anywhere. If you put it in a bag, it's not really a good idea. So if you know that your friend doesn't have such a thing as a laptop case, it could be a good idea for a present, right?
Yeah, that's practical. That's absolutely cool. And you can find lots of like patterns and wording and whatever it is to make it like a custom present, like something special from you personally.
Yeah.
So that's a great
right.
idea.
Talking
Yeah.
about cases, I recently noticed that my earphones are a little bit broken. You know, the cord is going off a little bit, and yeah, it kind of sucks because I gotta buy a new pair of earphones. But I thought that if I had an earphone case or something like that, somewhere where I could keep it when I don't use them, right?
Yeah.
Not in my pocket or somewhere, not just laying on desk where I could, accidentally swipe it on the floor. Right?
And if you have a cat, that's like a jewel to have. Trust me.
I don't.
An earphone case.
I used to have.
Yeah, but I do.
I used to have it.
I do. Oh.
Yeah. You know why? I
Yeah,
don't
but they
have
like
it
to-
anymore. Don't ask. Yeah, earphones.
Cats like chewing on things. That's the problem.
Oh, so yeah, such a thing as a laptop case or a earphone case becomes even more practical when you have a cat, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Okay, it was it was about physical things, material things, which you can touch, which you can put on your desk. Would you actually buy something digital for someone? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. Because, the cool thing is in our day and age, we can buy not only material presents, but also digital presents like subscriptions for some courses, for instance, maybe magazines,
Yay,
maybe
that's my kind
even
of stuff, right? Online
yeah, maybe
courses.
maybe some things that people can actually use in their day-to-day work. Like reuse it, recycle it. For example, if it's a designer, you could purchase a template for them. Maybe they could use it for a number of projects.
You nasty promotion. Stop it. Stop it right now.
No. But I'm just saying. Online courses are cool stuff too.
Yeah, right.
Because
Books.
you can actually get crazy discounts on Black Friday or Cyber Monday or whatever.
Dude, it's over.
Yeah, I know. I can't get over it, that's the problem.
Yeah, right. But it's kind of late this year, but you could save some money for the next year Black Friday sale and buy a ton of... Yeah, I've heard that a lot of, people and companies who make those online courses, they always have discounts, even if it's not really a huge discount, but there are some pretty good deals, right? Even on stuff like online
right.
courses, Or else some
Well,
mentorships or
honestly,
something like that, right?
this year I actually purchased like a subscription to a batch of online courses and online lectures from one web design school. I'm not
Wow.
giving any promotion to it, but yeah, I
Yeah.
just wanted to have them because I went there once and I loved what I heard, I loved what I saw, and so I decided that if people are sharing the knowledge, then why can't I just buy some
Right.
knowledge for myself, if I can say so? And so it's pretty good stuff. I'm happy. I spent not much money, but I got so much fun.
Yeah, right. Uh-huh. And I also have a lot of, I also know a lot of people who are self-taught designers, self-taught, like people who do logos, typography, motion design, stuff like that. And they didn't go to any school, to any college or anything. And they had to learn everything themselves, just on the internet, and learn everything themselves. Just be an amazing present. Trust me, I would be so happy, would be stoked if someone bought me an online course, but specifically the topic that I'm interested in, right? So probably before buying such a present, you better talk with the person about that. Maybe just, you know, give them a little hint that, hey, how are you doing? How is your like learning process doing? How is your learning curve? Are you getting better at this thing or that thing? Just be really subtle and just try and get to know what they are. Maybe they're stuck at some point in some process and they just would need some help, would appreciate some help. And in this case, an
absolutely.
online course would be a great idea.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. What about gadgets? Like, do you love some fun little gadgets that can
You
actually
mean like
be
a
of use
power
at work?
bank, stuff like that?
Yeah.
Never used one, never really needed one. I think you really need a power bank if you, take some long trips that last like a couple of days and you don't really have an opportunity to charge your phone. Because in everyday life, I don't really need one. Couldn't ever really wrap my head around why people need power banks when
I can actually vote for it.
okay.
I have an experience of using one. I went to a music festival once, and it's like you're spending your whole day there,
Right.
and it's very unlikely that you get to charge your phone anywhere. Like,
And you're probably filming the entire day.
Yeah, absolutely. So many artists, so many performances, and you're like, oh my God, just going from stage to stage. And so it's like very useful thing to have in your pocket or in your bag. So I'm voting for a power bank, absolutely. Like,
Okay. Yeah, I just have a boring life, so no music festivals for me.
you should try.
No. Not in the nearest future for sure. Maybe when I retire, I'm gonna go to a music festival and take my notebook with me. And not gonna be filming, I'm gonna be writing everything down.
Okay. That's nice. What about mug warmers?
What's that? What is it like? Why?
it's
What
a
for?
thing.
Dude, what? Okay.
Well,
How does it
it's
work?
like a thing that gets plugged to your computer via USB,
What?
and you can and you can actually put your cup onto it, and your tea won't get cold, or coffee,
Oh,
whichever you prefer.
I don't drink
That's
coffee.
in winter.
Yeah. Right. Dude. Actually, it's genius.
I know it's. I
Wait.
thought you would say it's useless stuff.
Wait, hold on. I'm a person who always gets cold. I always have cold hands, and I'm like almost always cold. So I wear sweaters, I wear hoodies, and trying to get warmer all the time. And in the winter, I would say it's really hot in the office. So sometimes I'm cold, and I would really appreciate having such a thing, because when you make a really like hot cup of coffee or mug of coffee or whatever, it just gets cold too quickly. And I would really appreciate such a thing, having it on my desk and being able to warm up my tea at like any time. Well,
Yeah, that's
maybe
nice.
kind of useless, but kind of not. I cannot decide on that. I cannot decide on this one, really. The idea itself was so surprising. It's so simple, but it's so new. Why haven't I ever thought about it, really? Hey.
Now you know about them.
Crazy. Anyway, sorry, busy. Oh. Was my boss?
What about?
Gonna get fired?
Yeah.
Yay. Nah. All good.
No.
I'm gonna get back to her later. I think we're not gonna be sitting here like for an hour for our very first, like I would say, test episode. It's gonna be about 30 minutes. We have been recording it for 20 minutes or so. So I think, yeah, we're gonna go.
Yeah,
over...
but
yeah.
I just wanna have one notable mention for a humidifier, because this is like a godsend. Trust me. Like,
Yes.
trust me, portable humidifiers put next to your laptop, that's like heaven on earth, really.
Oh yeah, and we actually had one before. I have a funny story about that. We had one before, and I'm not really sure if I really have to tell this story because it's kind of not really. It wasn't.
What's wrong with it?
It wasn't the best idea. With the humidifier, it's gone. It's already gone. But all right, from the beginning, we had one. And it wasn't that bad. You know, just pour water inside and then turn it on, and it creates that steam or whatever it is. My idea was, first we were adding some how do you call it? Some oils, essences, like fruits and stuff like that with lemon, so it smells nice, right? And I don't know what was wrong with me at that moment, but one day I thought, dude, what happens if you just pour tea inside, not water? And we did, and it was my idea, but the other guy said, all right, that's fun. And we did that, and what happened, it got mold inside in a couple days, and we had to throw it away. Yeah, so it was completely almost broken, and it started stinking in a couple days. So it was a really bad idea, and I kind of regret it because we don't have a humidifier now, and kind of sucks. But yeah,
Look, our podcast actually has some practical value. You know, you can warn people not to pour tea into a humidifier.
yeah,
That's
as if
brilliant.
anybody else would ever think about that?
Oh, trust me, there are people who would think about pouring coffee. So,
Coffee? Nah.
I don't know.
I
Maybe.
wasn't that crazy. I was thinking about tea. I thought about juice. I actually was going to try juice after tea, but it didn't really work out with the tea. So I thought, okay, no humidifiers for me.
But you like experiments.
Yeah, but probably I shouldn't do anymore. But all right, now you know what present you could buy me. Actually, a humidifier
Okay.
and a
Yeah.
pack of tea. Also, don't forget about tea.
Okay. I won't. That's nice. That's a nice story to share, actually. You know,
Yeah, kind of.
I loved
Nice.
it. Anyway,
Yeah,
yeah.
nice.
So, do you have any other options, maybe,
Let me
for
think.
presents?
Let me think. Actually, this kind of I'm not really good at picking presents, to be honest. I'm always like, hey, it would be so much easier if you could just come up to a person and say, hey, dude, what do you want to get this year for Christmas, for New Year, for the New Year, or something like that. I could do that with my mom. I can say, hey, mom, what do you want to get? And she would say, hey, I want this, I want that, go buy me this or go buy me that. And it would be just perfectly fine. I know that she is getting what she wants to get, right?
Yeah.
But when you're trying to guess what the person who you don't really know really well would like, it's kind of weird, because when you come up to your friend and ask, hey, what should I buy for you? They're like, oh, stop it. Just, it doesn't really matter. It's gonna be nice if you buy whatever. And you're just like, you're not helping at all. I'm asking because I'm stuck, and you're not helping.
No,
right now.
Actually, I have a friend who told me, like, when I was asking her what she would like to get for a birthday present, she told me exactly what she wanted, and that was such a relief.
Right.
You know, really.
Yes.
Yeah, I just went to a shop and bought. She wanted some plates with the Japanese hieroglyphs or something, but she pointed out like exactly what she wanted, and it was like fun. Okay, whatever. It's your choice, your birthday.
Well, this also.
Have it.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Why can't everybody do that? It's so simple, it's so easy. It makes life so much easier. Why make life so complicated? You just say what you want and you get what you want. But for Christmas,
Yeah, exactly.
it's like this is why it's easier for me not to buy anything or to buy something edible. Like everyone likes sweets, except for me. I don't eat chocolate. I don't eat sweets and stuff like that. I don't eat candy. So if you ever want to buy me food, just buy fruit or a jar of honey. Yeah, jar of honey. I love honey. That's
Okay.
it. Yeah. And but for other people, I normally just buy, something sweet, something edible, something that they would like, definitely. But when it comes down to some stuff like mugs, socks, I recently tried not to, because I'm not really sure that they're going to like it, or just going to think, oh, another unnecessary thing. What I'm going to do with it,
I just don't like random presents and like unnecessary presents because I don't know what to do with them, and they just pile up in my flat or whatever, and I have to, I don't know, throw them away, and then it causes me pain, like moral obligation that people buy that for me. They spent money and then I just throw it away because I don't want it.
But why do you throw it away? I actually have another funny story about that. Yeah, I have a lot of stories.
Okay.
I'm going to be telling a lot of stories.
Share it.
So another one about presents, so it's relevant to our topic. So once I was working, and I did some work for somebody, and they were really glad, they were really happy with what I did, and they were really grateful for that. It wasn't necessary at all, but they just brought me a big ass bar of chocolate, like a really huge one. It was I know,
it's like double XL, right?
Whatever.
Like double XL.
I don't know. It was.
I saw like a bar of chocolate like that. It was like 1.5 meters long, I think, and it was German. No,
not that big. No, it was about maybe 25 to 30 centimeters long, something like that. It was pretty thick because it was with some filling, something with cream with fruits, like flavor, something like that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't eat chocolate, so I wasn't excited about that. And I said, hey, look, I'm not gonna eat it. Just thanks, but sorry, but no. You just better eat it yourself or give it to somewhere else. I don't know. But they were just like, hey, whatever. The fact was that I was left with this huge bar of chocolate and had no idea what to do with it. And I was like, okay. And I just put it aside, and it was laying on my desk aside. I have a messy desk, and it was laying there for a couple of months. And everyone who was, walking past my desk saw this bar of chocolate. It was quite a lot of people. I'm quite a talkative person, and a lot of people come to me just to talk. And so a lot of people saw this bar of chocolate. And the thing is that one day there was a birthday of one of my coworkers, one girl, and we kind of befriended each other here at work. She was kind of new, doesn't matter. Anyway, it was her birthday. And I thought, first of all, I forgot, and I only remembered on the exact same day when she had a birthday. And I was like, all right, what can I can go buy something, but I have no idea what to buy. Or I could, give her something edible. And I was thinking, all right, I have that bar of chocolate. So without really thinking, I took that bar of chocolate, and I completely forgot that she might have seen it. And it turned out that she did. And so I come up to her and I give her this bar of chocolate. And she's like, seems familiar. Isn't that exact same bar of chocolate that was laying on your desk for like 2 months?
Oh.
And I was like, yeah, maybe I bought it in advance. And she was like, no, you didn't. It was kind of awkward, but
That's
I was like,
embarrassing, yeah.
well,
So what?
so what? So she said, hey, it's really you. You're like always like that. So she wasn't really offended or really surprised by that because she knows me. She knows I'm a simple person, really. And it's not like I didn't want to spend money to buy her something, not like that. And she knew it. She just knew that I don't want to give her something, just to give her something. I just knew that she would like such a chocolate bar, and that's it. She likes candy, she likes sweets and stuff like that. So we actually laughed at that, and we still laugh at that thing. So it kind of gives a lot of positive memories and laughs, yeah. So probably you shouldn't do it with your friends, but it kind of turned out well for me.
Yeah, but it's good that you just laughed at it and forgot about it.
Yeah, and it's really, I really value such an attitude when people have such an attitude that it's not like, hey, I'm getting offended and I'm not talking to you anymore. It's just stupid. Just
oh no,
why?
Holding grudges is just so draining. Like when people hold grudges, it's so draining, like psychologically drains you. So
yeah,
why should you do that?
Especially when over some really meaningless things, like who cares? Some people cannot talk to each other for years because of some stuff that you shouldn't really care about, because they're more important things. And I think that in the holiday season, you should only think about positive stuff and only say some pleasant and positive things to each other, and yes, not give the chocolate bars that someone else gave as presents.
Oh yeah,
you shouldn't do that.
That's the second conclusion for today's podcast.
So all my stories are gonna end with the statement, don't do it yourself, don't make mistakes.
It's educational, you see.
So it's not gonna be like an entertaining podcast, it's gonna be an educational podcast, right?
Yeah.
Well, so we wrap this thing up somehow. So first, my boss is waiting for me to get back to her, otherwise I'm gonna get fired. I hope not, but
no, you won't.
How do you know? Anyway,
trust me.
Right. So I think it was nice. It was fun. I kind of expected it to be a little bit awkward at first, but I don't know, it kind of wasn't. Or was it?
No, it was fun. It was absolute fun. I loved it.
So next time
I want to do some more now. Yeah.
Right? Tomorrow.
Right.
Maybe. Wait, are we gonna post them? We haven't really talked about how often we're gonna post them. Like once a week?
Yeah, I've been thinking that maybe we could try like once a week to make it like a weekly podcast.
Right. Okay, so I suggest that next week we talk about not really design related, not really digital related stuff, but continue this holiday season preparational thing.
Absolutely.
New Year's resolutions and stuff like that, and what goals you could set for yourself. And I think this is the thing that a lot of people are going to be talking about on podcasts and on videos. But anyway, we could bring something unique to this topic, I think. And I have a lot of stories, of course. So
okay, then you'll share, and I'll share probably too.
Yeah, right. We could actually get prepared and read something on the topic, and then talk about it on the podcast. And
sure.
Yeah, so we're gonna be experimenting with the types of content, maybe something educational, inspirational, entertaining, and etc. I'm gonna figure it out in the end. And of course, we're going to be seeing the responses of our listeners. So if you're listening still to this point, it has been 34 minutes roughly. And if you're still listening, just give us a, I don't know, wherever you're listening, give us a like or a comment and let us know how you found this very, very first episode of our new podcast, right? By some people working at TemplateMonster.com. Should we actually tell people what TemplateMonster is and what we do and stuff like that? Or it doesn't really matter? How do you think?
Well, it does matter. Actually, if you don't know, TemplateMonster is a marketplace for website templates, and not only website templates, but lots of other great stuff like graphics resources, fonts, logos, UI elements you can use on your website. So everything that's related to website building, it's here. Just check it out yourself if you're interested.
Also, mockups, graphics, illustrations, fonts, a lot of this kind of stuff. And if you're a web developer or designer, there's an option for you if you need to buy such products in bulk. There is a really great subscription by TemplateMonster. So it's the same products you could get at TemplateMonster.com, which is a marketplace. In one subscription, they are the products from the marketplace, but only the really hand-picked products by trusted vendors, because the number of those products is limited. It's like over 10-something thousand products, over 10,000 products.
Yeah.
And
that's impressive.
Well, it is. I wonder how much time they spent really hand-picking all of those and reviewing them once again and stuff like that. Well, it must be crazy. Anyway, yeah. And you can... What's great about that subscription is that you can actually download those products an unlimited number of times. Any product, you can download it like 1 million times. Of course, there are limitations, so just be aware of that. Don't go crazy, right? And you can use those products that you downloaded for an unlimited number of your own projects. So for an unlimited number of websites, it's a little bit of info about the license that's specific for the products in that subscription. And what also great about that subscription is that, as well as for the marketplace, we provide the 24/7 support
services. Yeah.
Our support services, and also the consultants who are going to help you in the live chat at all times, 24/7 as well, who are going to help you pick the product if you get stuck or if you have a question about something and stuff like that. All right, and with this little after this little advertising minute, we're wrapping this episode up, I guess, right?
Yeah, right? Thanks for listening to us. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and we're gonna keep posting these, for some time. And if you guys like it, just let us know, and we're gonna keep posting. And yeah, next time we're gonna be talking about some New Year's resolutions and what goals you might want to set for yourself in 2020 as a as a freelancer, as an in-house worker, designer, web developer, and everything like that. Maybe a little bit about how the market might change. We're gonna be drifting in a little bit different topic, more about the trends in the industry and how the industry itself is changing, what is becoming obsolete and what is becoming relevant, and what's new is coming up, all that kind of stuff, and how you might want to adjust to all of those changes. Damn, I could come up with so many topics to talk about, really.
That sounds like a solid content plan.
Right.
Just what you've said. Yeah, absolutely. We will.
Right. The next episode is going to be about what it's going to be about. We're not going to let you know yet. We're going to talk about that, definitely. All right. So wrapping this up, thank you so much for listening. If you like it, just let us know that you liked it and why you liked it and why you didn't. It's always really important and really helpful to get the feedback.
Yeah.
You do. Right. So I hope that you all have a wonderful day, rest of the day, the wonderful rest of the week, and a wonderful holiday season overall. So go and pick presents for your loved ones, for your friends, for your coworkers, and I hope that the tips and stories that we told you today in this episode were somehow helpful. Thank you. See ya.
Yeah, thank you. See ya. Bye.